Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Once again, we're going to be discussing the topic of Bitcoins. And in my last video, guys, about Bitcoins, we talked a little bit about how they work a little bit, what they're all about, if we should hold some, but we never really got into how do we actually go about in getting Bitcoins. So today we're going to discuss what I feel, in my opinion, is probably the best way to buy Bitcoins. And this is my opinion, but based on the user friendliness of the site, I believe this site here that goes by the name of Paxful is the best way to buy Bitcoins because it offers you so much a variety of methods to buy Bitcoins, and it's very simple to use, which is some other sites that I was on and checked out. They didn't really. It just seemed a little bit more complicated to use. Seemed a bit, sketchy. Something about some of the, this coins and a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. So after doing a little bit of combing, to me this one looks the best, and this is the one I would recommend. There will be a link in the description. So let's talk a little bit about it. So one issue with Bitcoins was, this is a decentralized currency. How would you be able to, in an effective way, acquire Bitcoins by trading some value of service, whether it be, trading some service or skill or product, or whether it be trading that currency in place of Bitcoin? How could that be done effectively to make the Bitcoin market, something that's going to be easy and practical to use? So over the evolution of Bitcoins, they've come up with various ways to get that done, peer-to-peer networks and things like that, and marketplaces. And it's just been, over time, the development, best way to do that, how to get that done. So if you look here on the screen, you'll see I got a check mark on the Amazon gift card. And I find that very interesting because, yes, you can buy Bitcoins here on this site with Amazon bit cards and Amazon gift cards. And what's so awesome about that, guys, is that you don't have to give any identity out. You can simply use the Amazon card code and have your Bitcoins delivered to your Bitcoin wallet or address. We'll talk a little bit about how you get one of those. Not difficult at all, very easy. And you also see we got PayPal here, Western Union, and then you got, a host of your various debit cards, credit cards, and things like that, the normal things. But you can do all that here on the site. And I just think that's awesome. So let's just walk through the site a little bit, show you, how you go about buying Bitcoin. So I would hit the buy Bitcoin button here. Of course, after I've selected what way I would wish to pay in. And, like I said, I find the Amazon gift card things pretty interesting because, if you watch, you probably have tried or interested in smart farming and things like that. And if you've done that, probably know that one of the main options they try to pay you in a lot is Amazon gift cards, if not PayPal, things like that. So interested enough, if you do want to get some Bitcoins, you can use some of those Amazon gift cards. I got dozens of them. I've gotten, and so I can maybe use them now for things like this. And you'll see, what's going on here is, this particular seller, he has a good reputation, it seems. And that's another cool thing about how they have this set up, guys. Pretty much like sites like eBay and things like that, where you get reputation scores and various things. You already know the people that you're buying from or exchanging your bitcoins for is going to be people who are reputable, who've done business with this. And in addition to that, guys, on the flip side of that, if you have the bitcoins and you're buying these Amazon cards, there you are going to be getting less. As you can see here, on a $25 Amazon gift card, you're only going to get $19.32 worth of bitcoins, from this particular seller. It's all different depending on the seller that you're engaged with. But basically, was on the flip side, and maybe that'll be something we can talk about, later on in another video about, how they're making money by getting that spread between what they're selling that Amazon gift card for in exchange for those bitcoins. So this is how these guys are making their money in exchanging the bitcoins and things like that. And so you can see they're doing pretty good on that. But then you're getting the bitcoins, which is something in my view and my advice would be to hold the bitcoins and look at it kind of like a part of your growing portfolio, because bitcoins have been just on this tremendous since the development of 2009. They're just, shooting to the roof. A lot of financial gurus, experts, various people, various opinions. We've done lots and lots of research, believe that Bitcoins can hit $1 million. And just to give you an idea, to kind of put it in perspective, what that would mean for you, a person who's invested in Bitcoins, if you had $100 worth of Bitcoins and one Bitcoin hits this projected $1 million per coin. And in my later videos, we're going to get into some of the technical reasons, financial reasons why this could very well be possible. But in the very least, I believe Bitcoin is going to give you a very good return on your investment. But just for example, based on that, Bitcoin's hitting $1 million per coin. That means as of to date now, if you purchase $100 worth of Bitcoins, you would that $100 would go to $80,000 on a $1 million if that growth from Bitcoin takes place, which some speculate probably will happen within 5 years. Now, again, guys, do all your research. I've been, checking out Bitcoins, I'd say since about 2012. I finally purchased some around 2014. And since then, my investment in Bitcoins has quadrupled. So it is very real. This is something that I would recommend you do some research into as to why. We got everybody talking about the the importance of Bitcoins, the phenomenon of Bitcoins. Everybody from Bill Gates talking about the advantages of Bitcoins to people like Sir Richard Branson of Virgin Airline Records, things like this. So this isn't some kind of fad or novelty thing a lot of people thought years ago that was gonna just kind of dissipate or be destroyed or disappear. It seems like Bitcoins has established ourselves into our monetary system, and this is a very serious thing. But anyway, guys, yeah, this is how you do it, and it's a very simple system. You can see I hit select another offer, and you just got various amounts of different people who are wanting to take your Bitcoins. And so you can, if you got $8, $9, you can buy $8, $12 worth of. And generally, if you see here, if you look at this right here on the screen, at the $9.82 offer, it's saying no receipt needed. And on the gift card, no ID. Here's one at 12.92 where it says you only need to provide the E code, no personal information. And that's all very important, guys, because if we go back to early on, how Bitcoins was established and why it was established and what it was all about. Bitcoins was about anonymity, right? It was about not being part of the government, monetary system, fiat currencies, and things like that, to where people could control their monies void of government. So that's very important in identity, because you're not, you know, which is a very government thing. You're able to do these transactions in anonymity to a great degree. So, for that crowd who values their privacy and wants to keep government out of their money, that I think will work very good on the privacy of that. And this is just one way to pay, guys. There's many other ways you can think of. PayPal, we can take a look at PayPal and things like that. Yeah, but again, guys, the site is called Paxful. And here we can hit some online transfers up here. Here's PayPal. We're going to select PayPal and just see, because I know a lot of you all also get money through PayPal, have PayPal accounts, and we'll look at some offers from PayPal. But guys, very user-friendly, I think, very great. And we'll do a video on how to sell. I mean, wallets are very simple. To help you understand, wallets are where your Bitcoin is actually going to go. So there are many sites you can just sign up for easy. You got blockchain, you got Coinbase, which I recommend. I believe I left a link to Coinbase in my last Bitcoin video. Various wallets. You can keep it. A lot of people don't recommend keeping it at an exchange. I do have some Bitcoins that I'm holding at some exchanges now, but I don't keep all my money there. I have money in some Bitcoin exchanges, as well as I have some in wallets on my computer system itself. So it's various things. It's many videos done on this about how to go about setting up wallets and things like that. I really didn't want to get into that part, because that's very simple, and there's many ways to do that. I wanted to get into one thing that kind of makes people a little bit uncertain, and that's how to buy Bitcoins, where to buy Bitcoins, right? So let's see here what we got. Okay, let's find another offer. So I'm not going to agree with the terms. I'm not going to buy any Bitcoins today. I already got quite a few on my wallet that I bought back in 2014. Let's see what we got here. Let me hit the back button. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. And it's very like I said, for me, this was the most user-friendly one I could find to use. And if you have any questions about how to use it, guys, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Or if you find any other ways to buy Bitcoins that works best for you, or that you'd rather use, be sure and comment and let us know which ones you found to work best. But for me, this is it. I think it's great, especially with the offer of the Amazon gift cards and the anonymity and things like that. And we'll be doing some more future Bitcoin videos coming up soon, getting a little bit more into the projections of Bitcoins. What's the real solid information behind why people feel Bitcoins will basically go to $1 million. Some people say 5 million, and the most, the highest prediction I've heard thus far this week is 12 million. So, guys, we're talking a lot of money there. We're talking about, on $100 investment, we're talking about maybe $1 million over the next 5 or 10 years. And I know that just sounds hard to believe and just unbelievable. But like I said, there's a lot of research behind this. There's a lot of financial information and reasons why this could happen that are very quite sound reasons, sound reasons as far as I can ascertain. And we'll in the future get into a little bit of that about why that's possible and why you need to hold some Bitcoins, even if it's only a few Bitcoins, or you need to at least participate in the Bitcoin system. And participate in the Bitcoin system, if you're one of these people who just don't have any extra money to throw around in Bitcoins over the next 10 years, we're going to discuss some ways you can maybe in a passive way get some Bitcoins in. I'll go over a few sites. I found one earlier today. I'll be doing a video on that in the future. Talks a little bit about how you can get Bitcoins without investing your own money, but participating in the Bitcoin economy, so to speak. So we'll be covering all that in the future, guys. Guys, if you like content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, take care.